Good evening. I call this meeting to order at 5:04 p.m. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Roll call. All directors are present. Moving on to approval of the agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda?
There are no changes to the agenda tonight.
I'll move the agenda.
Do I have a second?
I'll second the agenda.
All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Agenda passes. Moving on to public comment. We have no members of the public in person and no members of the public online at this time for a comment. We will move on to community reports. Again, we have no community members in person and no community members online for community reports. So we will move on to agenda item number 3, consent items. Does anyone have anything they would like to pull? If not, I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion for the consent calendar.
And a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor to approve the consent items, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. The motion passes. Okay, there were no matters removed, no presentations and appointments. So we move on to agenda item 6A, discussion and possible action regarding 25-26 budget process schedule. And David, I believe this one is yours?
Thank you, President. Yes, this is just the calendar to set up the schedule to review and approve, adopt this year's budget going forward. So staff recommends for the board to review the attached 25-26 budget timeline and determine if modifications are necessary. On page 111 is the schedule that we have put together. And we see in January, we'll be just going over the CIP and 10-year maintenance plan in the committees.
Question, February 11th, 25 says Wednesday at 5 p.m. for a board workshop, and I think February 11th is a Tuesday. And then that following Wednesday would be our regular board meeting.
I think you're correct.
I'm sorry to be correct. So I don't know if we might have to schedule a special board meeting for the board workshop on a different date.
I think we were aiming for the Tuesday for that workshop because the Wednesday is your regular meeting.
Okay, so then we
So-
just need to put Tuesday
Yeah,
on the
the
calendar?
yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Of course. All right. Does anyone else have any questions on that calendar? Nope. All right. If everyone's good with that, I will motion to approve the 25-26 budget process schedule.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. The motion passes. Moving on to item 6B, discussion and possible action regarding Resolution 2025-01, Government Banking Public Unit Resolution and Master Signature Authorization. David, back to you.
Thank you. This is as a result of having new board members. We need to update the signature card with our banking institution Flagstar.
Uh-oh.
Now we're back online.
Okay, no problem. Technical difficulty there. All right, does anyone have any questions on this item? No? All right. Is there a motion?
I'll move the item.
I'll second the item.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. The motion passes. Thank you, David. All right, moving on to 6C, discussion and possible action regarding entering into a professional service agreement with Tom Dodson Associates Environmental Consulting Service for proposed well number 18 and backup well. Sean, I believe you're taking this one?
Thank you, Madam President. Way back last year, about a month ago on December 9th, the district acquired a 2-acre parcel on Beakley Road in Begonia for a new production well. This parcel is at the north end of our district, which has proven its capacity for water yield and water quality thanks to well 15. To purchase the parcel, the district utilized its budgeted amount of $100,000 for fiscal year 24-25 to secure that purchase at $20,000 plus fees. So totaling right about $21,000, leaving $79,000 available for fiscal year 24-25 to complete CEQA, the site plan, surveying, and engineering. Well number 18 is proposed to be located on that new 2-acre parcel. This project will include approximately 600 foot of water line to connect that to the existing distribution system, and we have confirmed that it is feasible to connect it into the distribution system like we had hoped. It's very similar to well 15 functioning identically to well number 8, where it can supply sites 1A and 1C, kind of the middle and the east side of the district. Tom Dodson and Associates previously completed CEQA compliance for well 15 and well 16 located at the fill station back in April of 22. The district is concurrently pursuing CEQA at a second location for a backup well on the district already owned 2.06 acre parcel on Camellia, kind of back behind well 2. That project's being proposed as kind of a backup site that can be used in the event if there was a catastrophic well failure and or there's some available grant opportunities. In accordance with the district's purchasing policy, section 4209, exemptions to competitive bidding, notwithstanding the basic policy that the procurement of services and supplies shall be on a competitive bidding basis to the maximum practical extent. Purchases may be negotiated. One of the following circumstances present when the purchase is for a professional service. The district proposes to have well number 18 at the 2-acre parcel, the proposed pipeline alignment, and the backup well site at the 2.06 acre parcel topographically surveyed soon after, should the board approve this item. The pipeline design will be completed in-house by district staff. So it is the staff's recommendation for the board to approve entering into a professional service agreement with Tom Dodson and Associates to assist the district in achieving its CEQA compliance for one new well, well number 18, and one backup well, aka backup site, should the district need a secondary site to drill a potable well. Happy to answer any questions.
All right, thank you very much. Questions? No? Good. We're here. All right. So if no questions, does someone have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept, approve CEQA through Tom Dodson.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you, motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. All right, moving on to agenda item number 7, committee reports and comments, beginning with Engineering Committee. We have our meeting next Tuesday, correct? Yep. Okay, Finance Committee?
I don't know when the next meeting is. We haven't had a meeting for a month and a half or so.
Okay, no problem. Legislative?
We meet tomorrow.
Excellent. Park and Rec, we meet on the 14th. And Waste and Recycling.
That'll be tomorrow.
Not tomorrow. Today's the 8th, right?
Yeah.
The 14th. Park is always on a Tuesday.
No, I was talking about,
Oh,
talking about
her, sorry. She's today, tomorrow, we don't know where we're at. It's okay. It's all right. It is. It's a new year. All right. Moving on to agenda item number 8, staff and general managers report. Anything to add?
Thank you. I'd just like to bring your attention to, on page 142, the inspection that we had from SDRMA for safety. Looking at the entire district, is the official report is included in the book, and I'd like to thank the staff for doing such a good job with making sure any concerns are addressed, and that we actually got a very good score, as we talked about at the last meeting.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out again. Kudos to staff for passing this review with flying colors with just a couple of ministerial recommendations, so we appreciate that very much. All right, anything else on that?
No.
No? All right, great. Number 9, we will move on to director's reports. Greg, anything?
I have nothing to report, thank you.
Gina?
Nothing to report.
Deborah?
Nothing to report.
And Chuck?
Nothing to report.
We had a nice holiday break. It's all right. All right, moving on to number 10, correspondence. Ms. Williams?
We have some of our flyers that we keep in the office for customers and they go out in the bills. We have winter conservation tips, a flyer to help update your records so you can keep receiving your bill. And then informational flyer about paying your bill through your bank, through your bill pay, how to enroll in that. And then our community teaching garden classes for the year, the schedule and what the classes are.
Great, thank you. All right, moving on to item number 11, review of action items. Were there any prior meeting action items?
There were none from last time.
All right, and current meeting?
Just to update the day on the budget schedule.
Great, thank you. All right, then number 12, setting agenda for next meeting, January 22nd. Do any members have anything they would like to add to that agenda? No? All right, thank you very much. So we will now recess to close session at 5:17 PM.